Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to begin boarding South Northern Airlines Flight 34 to Grand Rapids.
Busy day of basketball here at East Kenwood High School. 2 more games to go, and this is an awesome matchup in our penultimate one of the day. East side against West. Grand Rapids Christian against the defending state champions, those pilots of Warren de La Salle. Chad Bush, Evan Stockton back with you courtside. Glad you're making a little time for us on a Saturday night, wherever you are. Chad, this is a really intriguing matchup. 2 teams that very much expect to be at the Breslin Center in a little less than 2 months. De La Salle was there last year, winning the whole thing. Grand Rapids Christian has the pieces to do it. But more specifically, what do you think we can learn about these 2 programs tonight?
Well, I think De La Salle's been battle tested. I mean, they already have a win against Brother Rice, who we saw here just the game before this. So I think they've proven they can win big games against big-time opponents. They do have a few losses this year, and it's been a struggle there without Tristan Nichols. They want to prove they can win out of their conference, win on the road, do some things in some challenging environments. They're confident. I mean, John Jokai is one of the best coaches in the state. They're the Division I champions, but they have lost Class A champions, but they have lost a lot of guys from last year.
Yep.
And so they've got a lot to recover. Meanwhile, the other side, you mentioned Grand Rapids Christian. Look, they're a Division II power, and they battle for supremacy over here with Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They've got a heck of a point guard in Dono Thames. They got a big man in Jalen Owinga. They got players. They got 2 big guys. So the challenge is, how does De La Salle match up?
Yep.
And I think it's going to be fun to see which team responds. Both these teams are Final Four caliber teams. De La Salle, the reigning state champions, owes no explanation.
You brought up Dono Thames, who's an awesome player for Grand Rapids Christian, beg your pardon. Yeah. Got to be careful when you're talking about the Christian schools. Got to be careful. The 3-headed monster for De La Salle is Nino Smith, who was awesome in the state title run last year. Phoenix Glaster, who gets better every game. And Big Mike Sulaka, a quick, rising big man. Bound for Western Michigan. They love the potential that he has out there.
And Sulaka's the key. Out of all those players, Sulaka, the 6'9" big man going to Western, as you said, he's been hurt. His first game back was game 1, his first day eligible to practice. So it's taken time, but he's really come on. He had his best game of the year. I think last game, 23 points. He's been big. And yeah, look, I mean, you mentioned Smith, you mentioned Glasner. Glasner's a big-time scorer, 15 points a game. Smith, a steady senior guard. And watch out for Holder, their best 3-point shooter.
Balanced bunch for De La Salle against a Grand Rapids Christian club trying to make a statement. Fun night of basketball here at East Kenwood High School. We tip it off next.
Every year, Pinos donates $4,000 worth of scholarships to EK athletes
and fine arts students to continue furthering our successes on and off the field
and on and off the stage. We wanted to take this moment to thank Pepinos for their continued support
of East Kenwood High School athletics and fine arts programs like theaters, band, and more. Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
They're announcing the starters here at East Kenwood High School. Warren de La Salle going with the black jerseys. Usually the purple and yellow is a strong look for the Pilots, but tonight they're going black. We were just talking about some of their starters, Chad, for the folks just tuning in. Fill us in again. Who do we need to look out for in the starting five?
Yeah, De La Salle, look out for Holder. He can sling it from downtown. Nino Smith, a steady assist man, a combo guard. Glasser's really the top scorer there, 15 points a game. Janacek's a grimy glue guy that can really rebound and do some high-energy things. And Mike Solaka's the centerpiece. The big man headed to Western Michigan, can score it, crafty, can step out and shoot it. He's the key. He's just coming off an injury, injured that hip. So we'll see. The rust is starting to come off, though.
And then on the other side for Grand Rapids Christian, a team that just won last night against Lowell. Quick turnaround for these guys when we look at their starting five. Who stands out to you?
Yeah, 45-35 winners over Lowell. There's a few that stand out. Dono Timms really stands out. Just a small guy in stature. 17 points a game, though, for the senior guard that really controls, is a true leader. Nate Johnson's a good one. So's Hooser. But the two big boys, Port and Jalen Owinga, are the guys you really need to watch for. Owinga's a double-double threat, 11 and 8. And Port is a big boy, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Nate Johnson, 10 and 7 as well. It's a very active, athletic, and big team, and a team that size could give the Pilots some trouble.
And Jalen Owinga, 32, got a big hand when he was introduced. 6'7" juniors, got a bunch of D1 offers already.
Yeah.
Big stage for that man against a De La Salle team that is trying to get back to the state championship game.
And look, they made it last year, of course, all the way, but the prior year they made it to the Final Four. So it's a program coming on under John Jokai.
Tip won by Grand Rapids Christian. East side against West. Off we go on a Saturday night. Owinga inside. Around the rim they go. Three is off for Quinton Willis. Getting the start tonight. De La Salle in transition.
Notice the early blitzing on defense for De La Salle, and they're patenting 2-1-2 press. Really aggressive early. That's a sign.
This is Nino Smith for Mike Solaka. Moving right. Met at the rim by Owinga.
Owinga's a rim protector, and this is a great matchup against Solaka tonight.
There is a shot clock in the GottaGetIt Classic. 35 on the shot clock. We've been using it all day. It's been a welcome treat. Rebound Smith off the miss.
That's what De La Salle wants. That zone wants to force you to take an outside look, and they got it. And it was an air biscuit.
1 minute in, still looking for our first bucket. Janacek, who's bound for Michigan State as a football player. Smith for Holder. In and out. Nearly a steal for Holder. This means numbers for Grand Rapids Christian. And the mid-range J, no good for Willis, an 0 for 2 start.
You notice De La Salle and the way they check out every time the ball goes up defensively.
Long bomb, no good. Oh man, Owinga falling hard to the floor. Thank goodness he's all right.
Friendly fire, Evan.
No points yet. This is a steal for Phoenix Glasner. Ahead of the pack! And he got fouled by Johnson. He was trying to jam it. Johnson had other ideas.
Oh, a couple primetime athletes getting athletic in space. The pick by Glasner, the diamond press blitz. And Nate Johnson says, not on my side of the state. And they're laughing about it now. These are two really high-end athletes, Division I prospects.
Phoenix Glasner got big minutes as a freshman for De La Salle last year in their run to a state championship. You can see this guy getting better and better every time he takes the floor. Right here, Chad, he had dreams of a jam, but as you said, Nate Johnson said, no, you're going to the line and you're going to earn it.
I mean, he's given up 5 inches, Evan. So, I mean, he had some leverage challenges to start.
1 of 2 at the line for Glasner.
We expect this to be a game where the shot clock comes into play at some point due to the pace of De La Salle.
Owinga to the floor. Jump ball, arrow gives it to De La Salle, and that pressure for the Pilots is giving Grand Rapids Christian fits right now.
It is, and that's what John Jokai does. A diamond press, and they're going to blitz. Sometimes they don't blitz, but they're doing it against against Christian. Now you got me doing it. So watch and see if that continues.
And a check for Smith. Nino falling away. Sulaka tipped it out of bounds as he went for the rebound.
Grand Rapids Christian's tough defensively. I mean, there's nothing open. And they're man-to-man. They do a little bit different, but it's airtight right now both ways, just different styles defensively.
Thames in the middle of all that pressure. Glasner down to the deck to save it.
Wow, Superman slide. Can he end the possession here?
Oh, yeah! Phoenix Glasner, hello!
There you see it. Does it so well on defense, and then he finishes it on offense.
Timeout Eric Taylor for Grand Rapids Christian. We'll take it with him. Not even 3 minutes into the ball game. And De La Salle, courtesy of Phoenix Glasner, making it rain in January on the west side.
Prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself, shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
You know, it's a treat for us to cover tonight some schools from the west side of the state. Obviously, usually more focused on Metro Detroit, Chad, but fun to focus on a lot of the great programs out on this side of the state, including Grand Rapids Christian. Xavier Tillman, most folks know. But another alum that you should know about, Seth Milner for Toledo, who had over 20 points in their win at Buffalo last night. This is a very good basketball program year in and year out.
It really is. How about Kobe Buffkin, who's doing good things at the University of Michigan? You mentioned Milner and Dwayne Washington as well, along with James Beck.
Grand Rapids Christian just called timeout. They're looking for answers offensively. Thames, no. Sulaka, the rebound.
Well, that's their answer offensively usually. 17 points a game, Thames, their spiritual leader as well. De La Salle's done a fabulous job on defense.
Right back to Phoenix Glasner, who's got all the points for De La Salle. He lost the basketball. And a foul on Smith.
Teams are combined 1 of 9 from the floor. I mean, it hasn't been a Picasso, but this is something that you credit intensity at some point, and nerves a part of it too.
The talent on this floor all day long has been awesome. Speaking of awesome talent, Glasner steal. Phoenix Glasner, 2 more.
Such a silky smooth athlete, confident, and this is a guy that's led this club all year in scoring.
These Eagles need an answer, and they're going to get it. That is a good spin and a bucket for Carter Goodnight.
He's part of a trio of bigs, along with Owinga and Port, that are 6'4", 6'5", and 6'7", and that's tough to find in Division II, and all skilled.
Sulaka, no. Glasner, rebound, back to the line. Thames fouled him.
I mean, he's just 6 foot, maybe. And just a great athlete. Feel for the game. That's Sulaka's game, though, stepping out of it. That's his shot. They don't mind it.
When you look at the De La Salle roster, Glasner as a sophomore is going to be around for a couple of more years. But with Smith a senior point guard, Sulaka a senior big man, it's not like the window is closing for this team this year, but if they're going to get back-to-back state championships, the pieces are here. They just got to keep it rolling and keep building over these next few weeks.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they don't grow 6'9" Division I bigs on trees. They just don't. And when you have one like Mike Sulaka, yeah, you want to capture the moment. They did last year in their state title run, but look, teams get greedy. They want to keep winning, and they can this year.
That pressure for De La Salle is just causing fits. Down low they go. Owinga tried to dunk it, and he got blocked.
Mikey says, not here. This is going to be my side of town in a minute.
Owinga had the defense on the other end. Up the floor they go. Layup, no. And a whistle halts action after the miss by Zay Kevinis, number 4.
Yeah, let's get another look here. It's a great feed. Blew the bunny. Fortunate to get it back.
All De La Salle early in our second to last game of the night. Portis into the game and hitting a tough shot.
Yeah, this is a really good player for them. Monty Portis, a guy that's starter caliber, played some big minutes last year. They like Monty Portis. He's a starter caliber player.
GottaGetIt, no. De La Salle has gotten Grand Rapids Christian all out of sorts. Glassner. That's a heat check.
Yep. Glassner 35% from downtown.
How about that take from Thames? That's how you can get the offense going, get yourself to the free throw line.
Well, we're almost to the 2-minute mark, and we've got 2 points, 1 field goal and 7 tries for Grand Rapids, and that falls in what has been forced upon them defensively by De La Salle. They've just been so sticky, but at some point, Thames says, I got to do something. And he takes to the hole and gets fouled. And De La Salle is stymied Grand Rapids Christian thus far.
Both teams liberal with the subs, Chad. De La Salle has rifled through the roster already. Grand Rapids Christian has brought in new bodies as well. Frankly, just trying to find any combination that'll work.
Yeah, and De La Salle, look, is without Brady Drogosh, who went early to Cincinnati, and they're without Tristan Nichols. I mean, those are 2 guys that they thought they'd have.
Sulaka going up, he got fouled by Tyler Port.
They probably had a good idea that they weren't going to get Brady Drogosh when they started the year, but you get my point. I mean, that's a guy that's a senior 5 years ago. This doesn't happen. Kids didn't go early and check out. Sulaka getting to the line here. It's an important part of his game. Guy that can score from 3 levels. They feel good about his ability to step out and shoot a jump shot. Added some strength in the offseason, some muscle.
When you can find a 6'9" basketball player with a shooting stroke like that, you're going to be in demand. That's why he's going to Western Michigan.
Yeah, especially in today's game. DJ Stevens is going to love him up there. In fact, you just came from there.
I did.
Called a game.
Thames, tough finish.
This is what he does, creative scorer, combo guard. They need him to get active, and he scored their last 4 points.
Smith kicking. Phoenix Glassner's got that ball on a string. Falling away. Long rebound. Tipped around and found by Port.
Port's a big body, 6'6", 240.
Dono Thames off on the jumper.
And De La Salle, just impressive. It's a collective rebounding effort. They've had to live without Sulaka being on the court with a lot of minutes. Very technically sound defensively rebounding.
This is Smith meeting a trap down low. Good defense, Grand Rapids Christian. Give them the ball with the arrow.
Nekema Ikechi is checked in, the 6'7", 215 junior forward. I think he's also a big piece that De La Salle needs in their depth to come along and be a big part of it. They trust him in the middle, and when Sulaka's had to sit at length this year to get that rust off, he's been the guy they've called upon.
Swinging it around the perimeter. Davis driving kick. Still time in the ticker. It's a 12. This is where that shot clock comes into play. You got to remember it exists.
That's right.
GottaGetIt gives it up. Davis rolled it in.
That's great basketball. Tyler Davis finishes, but what a great defensive set. And Grand Rapids Christian figured it out, didn't they, late in the set?
Little spurt for Grand Rapids Christian here. It looked like De La Salle would really put some airspace between them.
Yep. Saw Dan Roan, the great athletic director for De La Salle, walk in the house. Familiar with this side.
Glasner drive and kick. Portis, no. Nice rebound, Davis. Grand Rapids Christian can play for the final shot of the quarter if they want to. They don't have that chance anymore as Port traveled.
Yeah, the big boy wanted to play a little guard for a minute. He's got some skill. I mean, this kid can put it on the deck. He's got a mid-range game.
All right, so Holder will inbound, and Smith will operate. 10 seconds to go. Holder for Smith. De La Salle got to go. That pass got tipped. Smith's desperation heave. It almost went in.
Of course it did.
Good first quarter of ball here at East Kenwood High School. De La Salle has never trailed, but Grand Rapids Christian is hanging in the fight.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Warren De La Salle, the defending Division I champs, won an awesome state title game last year against Grand Blanc. Grand Blanc team that very easily could be back there this year. It's a great basketball program, Chad. It's always a treat to cover these guys because of how well coached they are on both ends of the floor.
They are. John Jokai's the real deal since coming over from Walled Lake Northern a couple years ago and taking over for the great Greg Essler. Look, he's done some great things, and you got to respect the fact he's gotten to a Final Four, he's gotten a title, and here he is with his team in the mix against one of the best in the state here on the west side on a Saturday night.
De La Salle and Grand Rapids Christian, two top 20 teams in the state. A lot of eyeballs are curious about how this game's going to shake out tonight.
Oh, you bet. How about the west side won the first 3 games, and Brother Rice wins the next game, so could be 3-3 potentially. But the west side cannot lose this battle.
Sulaka had to kick it out. Glasner's got it with 8 on the shot clock. Does De La Salle remember that? Glasner inside, kick Holder. Halfway down and out.
Combined 1 of 11 are these teams from 3, Evan.
Goodike, good bounce pass. Into the corner, one more pass, and Cavanis hits.
Fun to watch the ball movement for Grand Rapids Christian on that set, Evan. They got the right shot, 5 guys touch the basketball. Love to watch basketball played that way.
Glasner on the other end.
Pretty shot for Phoenix, the super sophomore. For De La Salle, the quick answer.
That stops a 7-0 run for Grand Rapids Christian. Goodike in those pink shoes that are tough to miss. I'm a fan. Nice basketball, Port with the finish.
Are those the Fruity Pebbles?
No, those would be the ones that Tristan Nichols is wearing on the bench for De La Salle.
Yes.
I almost wore those shoes today, actually. That would have been awkward.
Oh, I would get hungry looking at them all game.
Fruity Pebbles is a top 5 cereal. We'll give you the rest of our top 5 if this game gets out of hand. Not expecting that, though.
Have you ever eaten a full box in one setting late at night?
I think my mother is watching this. The answer is no, never. We never do that. No.
I could see Bridget not allowing Fruity Pebbles
I totally
until you were maybe 18.
Totally don't take the Lucky Charms box and eat all the marshmallows. So my brothers have nothing but non-marshmallows in their bowl when they wake up in the morning. We never do that. Never.
Oh, man.
Never.
That's awesome.
Mike Sulaka driving baseline. Split a double. He still scored. Off to the line he goes.
Oh, the big boy's just getting right and finishing through contact. He's going to be key for the De La Salle run down the stretch. But look at this move. Bodies his way in. Great footwork, concentration. And I don't know if he doesn't have that extra muscle on him over the summer, if he finishes that. Maybe because of the confidence more than anything.
Yeah, you can certainly tell a difference in Sulaka's body from year to year. And I'd have to imagine after a couple of years of collegiate weight training in Kalamazoo, he's going to look even different at this time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a little training table up there. You know what it can be like. Gotten on a weight program. You've seen what they can do in a weight program.
Yes.
Not you personally, but you know what I mean. You've been around it.
I've been around, yes.
Maybe you have been on a program. I don't know. I don't want to judge.
It's been a while since I lifted a weight. I'm not going to lie to you.
Same here. 1996, Mount Pleasant, CMU football. That was it.
Wow.
It ended.
I didn't know I was going to learn that when I woke up today, but there you go. Nino Smith fouled. I think they got Thames, and that is not good news for Grand Rapids Christian.
No.
That would be the second foul in their leading scorer.
Yeah, they're going to have to take him out of here. Eric Taylor's going to have to go get him. And this is a big one. This is their leader. They have shown some potential for impact off the bench. Their backup point guard, Tyler Davis, did have a couple of nice plays when he got in there. But look, this is the team that relies on Thames to do big things. Not just score to the tone of 17 points a game.
One more coming for Nino Smith. Third year as a starter for De La Salle. He was amazing in the run to the state championship last year.
Sure was. Big part of it. Third leading scorer on this club.
Thames is going to stay in, by the way. Even with the 2 fouls, I guess Eric Taylor, their head coach, Chad, thinks it's not worth the risk of taking him out. This is a 7-point game. You got to hang in the fight.
Taylor trusts him, and we're about to see why.
That's why you keep him in. Thames to the basket, and he got fouled by Sulaka.
Yep. How about that crossover? I mean, that was quick. The ability to shoot it, the ability to drive it, that's what makes Thames so dangerous. Look at this. That's against Phoenix Glasner. Who's one of the best athletes in the state. He just crossed him over quickly. Thano Thames, legit lefty.
By the way, they called the foul on Portis, number 11 for De La Salle. They did not get Sulaka, so that's good news. Sulaka still does not have a foul. Portis has a couple, so he's out of the game.
Yep, so there's some watches there. The foul department.
Thames hits them both. 5 minutes to go, just about first half in a 5-point game.
They're just hanging around. I mean, Grand Rapids Christians just hanging around.
Smith got his defender in the air and then passed it out. This is Braden Holder.
Lyndon Holder is his brother. Played at Macomb, plays at Macomb Community College.
Smith. Pass tipped out of bounds. Malachi Hooser tipped it out. There's only 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Got to work, quick shot. Watch for the 3 ball. Watch for Glasner to be a decoy here.
And we will get a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout for De La Salle, so we'll keep it here. You know, Chad, what I'm curious about in this game, look, Grand Rapids Christian, I know they're a great team. They're also playing a team that won the state championship last year. You fall behind by a bunch of points early, and they've really back. What do you think this effort from Grand Rapids Christian early says about their club this year?
I think they have a gutsy group. I think they're talented. I mean, this is a team that can legitimately make a run in a challenging Division II. We'll take a look at the Division II, actually the conference here, my bad, the Ottawa-Kent, the OK White. Look, I mean, they're the favorite along with Northview. Northview's the favorite, but it's Grand Rapids Christian that's the top contender at 3-1. And then there's others that have things to say, but this is a team that can go all the way. They have depth, they've got size, they've been stymied tonight by a very good defensive team that's made a lot of folks, including Brother Rice, look bad this year. As you look at the Division II rankings, and you don't see Grand Rapids Christian. Well, that's because there's a lot of teams there. That's because they've taken a loss or two.
Sulaka, what an inbounds play they just drew up.
John Jokai can draw up a bob play like nobody's business, and he just did it there.
In case you're wondering, Bob stands for baseline out of bounds. I just learned that a couple weeks ago. Johnson was cutting to the basket, and Thames wanted him to stay in the corner.
It's fun to say blob, isn't it?
Yes.
Or Bob.
Blob, Bob, all of it, you know?
Sure, it's all fun.
I mean, this is Sulaka, just a gorgeous floater with his left hand. It's knowing your personnel out of a timeout and out of an inbound play.
It is. It is. KYP.
That stands for know your personnel. I just want to make sure everyone knows our inside jokes, you know what I mean? Sulaka again.
That's a soft, short corner shot by Sulaka, a guy that can do it at 3 levels.
Lob. Oh my goodness! Jalen Owinga. Hello.
Man, how about it? Kid can hang and bang. He took that one home. A rim rupture.
He caught that ball about 12 feet above the rim. My goodness.
It was fun. We heard about it. We just hadn't seen it yet.
Sulaka, shot fake. Glassner, one more. Holder, no. Second shot coming. Baseball pass inside to Holder. He's going to the line after just a gorgeous feed.
Beautiful sequence of basketball. You see it all here on this replay. This is beautiful basketball. Moving the basketball, open look, missed shot, offensive rebound, reset, and a bullet pass down to a 5'10" guard that somehow gets fouled. I mean, this is good basketball, and I love the choices here. Unselfish.
Holder hit the first, one more coming for the sophomore, who scores 6 points a game, but he's darn near 50% at 3-point, Chad. He's one of those guys that in a potential playoff run, they'll focus on Smith, Sulaka, Glassner. He's going to be the type of guy who wins you an important playoff game.
Yeah, his brother's been beating his brains out his whole career. I mean, in the backyard and playing. I mean, you know how it is. You were that older brother. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lyndon, his older brother, they played a lot of basketball together, and you just get better that way. Anybody who has a brother. But this kid's talented. He can shoot it, and he can do a lot of other things too.
Thames, Grand Rapids Christian, whipping that basketball around. Open look, it's down for Hooser.
We haven't heard much from Hooser tonight. We haven't seen a lot of 3-point shooting, but things are starting to loosen up now. I feel like the screws are starting to loosen up, and we're starting to really see what these two teams can do from a skill level in basketball.
Smith stopped the dribble. Holder nearly had it stripped. Got it back to Holder. Sulaka with 8 on the shot clock. Holder on the go. No, but he was fouled by Johnson as he shot it, so Braden's going back to the line.
Yep, set his feet, set up, and Johnson just, this is his 3rd foul. I mean, he's got to have a little more discipline than this, but he's such a great athlete. It's hard to harness a wild stallion sometimes when you know you can block shots, and he did there, but the follow-through got him.
One more coming for Holder. It's kind of funny, Chad, when you look at the stats, and sometimes great 3-point shooters oddly aren't great free throw shooters. Braden's 44% from 3-point land this year, but he's only 65% from the free throw line. How could that be possible?
Yeah, it's interesting. You make a good point. I'll tell you what, I think as a team they're very good, up in the upper 70 percentile. But yeah, sometimes it's like that, and I don't know. I think sometimes you're all alone out there on that free throw line. It can get lonely. You got somebody checking you up in your face. I mean, you got a little bit of, you don't have time to think. Some people it takes an adjustment to.
Nearly a steal for Smith. This means numbers for Grand Rapids Christian. Owinga fouled. Jalen Owinga starting to assert himself down low. They just got the second foul on Adam Broski for Warren De La Salle.
Yeah, Broski, who's a fine baseball player as well, a good catcher, Division I prospect. And he just checks in, and hey, look it, give him credit. He went up against one of the best big men in Grand Rapids and blocked his shot. Got a little bit of skin too.
We saw that unreal one-handed alley-oop dunk for Owinga earlier.
Oh.
Have to imagine that a few college programs and recruiters are watching this game. Jalen already has offers from Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Toledo, Oakland. Wonder if Greg Campy is tuned into the broadcast tonight.
I'm sure. He might be. Whatever Horizon League arena he is about to get ready for tomorrow. Great coach. 40-plus years.
Nino Smith, tough roll out.
But Owinga's on the verge of being a high major player too.
There he is in the corner, and he got it.
That's why. When you can step out and shoot it like that and go up and jam, you're a highly sought-after kid.
This is a two-point game all of a sudden.
How about it?
Phoenix Glassner. No. Owinga starting to eat.
Yeah, sometimes when you eat glass, you don't bleed. This kid's a tough cookie. And another big rebound there.
Thames looking for airspace. Down the lane he goes. And off to the line he goes. Holder fouled him.
I'm sorry, Evan. That's a matchup that Grand Rapids Christian loves. Holder does a lot of things well, but they want to isolate him with Thames if they can. They get it here, and there's really no chance for the sophomore to guard Thames.
Dono Thames, a multi-sport guy. Played some wide receiver on the football team this year, but he's a hoops guy. 12 points per game last year, 17 points per game this year. If he makes this free throw, Chad, he's up to 7, and if he makes this free throw, we got a tie ball game.
How about it? Been all De La Salle, feels like the whole way. I don't know statistically, but I think it's a wire-to-wire lead, and we're knotted up, as you mentioned.
De La Salle led by as many as 9 points. They don't lead by 9 points anymore. Baseline cut, Janacek missed the layup, but the cleanup for Akechi.
Great pass from Nino Smith. Good dime that wasn't finished, but the intention helped with the outcome.
Goodike intercepted, Janacek picked it off. Here comes the future Spartan.
Solid wide receiver on their state championship football team, coached by Dan Roan, who's in the house.
Glassner, tough shot, and we got a foul on Akechi. Thames got the rebound, and then Nemeka Akechi got a little too physical.
1-1, so we're going to get free throws and a chance to tie this game. But Thames has really made an impact on this game, but that's the shot blocker. That's the shot blocker making a difference there. Owinga protecting the rim, SWAT City.
Back to the line goes Dono Thames. Just made a couple at the line a few minutes ago.
That's what's kept this team in it. They're 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and that'll keep you around in most games.
6 of Thames' 8 points already have come from the line. Make it 7 out of 9. Hey, they're free. May as well take advantage of them, right?
They are. What else is free?
Not much.
Not much else these days. The food was in the hospitality room, and it was fabulous. We thank our wonderful sponsors. Alex Westfall's a bit famished. Fish is a bit flustered, but everybody's sticking around.
De La Salle playing for the final shot of what's turned into a great first half. Akechi catch, missed the shot. Grand Rapids Christian got to go here, Chad. 3 seconds. Owinga pull-up. And it is a tie game at halftime. We have got a good one brewing here at East Kenwood High School.
Do we ever? 28 all, back and forth, high energy. It's been a fun first 16 minutes. The east side versus the west side showing out so far.
What's up, guys? It's Don Irie. Another weekend. This weekend we got Irie Tacos. Man, these are some of the best tacos in the city. These do sell out. Gotta come get them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let me take a bite for you guys. So good. We got steak and we got chicken. Pull up.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Welcome back to East Kentwood High School. It's the Gotta Get It Classic. It's game 5 of 6, and we're at halftime of Warren de La Salle, the Division I reigning state champion against Grand Rapids Christian. The west side of the state won the first 3.
Yeah.
The east side of the state won the last game in Brother Rice, and the east side of the state's leading at the break. We are welcomed by Teatrick Thomas. Trika, let's talk a little bit about the Gotta Get It Classic.
Absolutely.
Teatrick, this is a 4th year hoop classic that has been absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
It's great for us to be a part of.
Oh, we love having you guys. You guys make it so much better. So thank you guys for coming.
Well, thank you. Look, you've been on the east side of the state. You've been on the west side of the state. Coming over, coming back.
Yes.
Do you feel at home? Do you feel welcome here at East Kentwood?
Oh, absolutely. This has been an amazing transition. The community has been so welcoming. It's been an easy adjustment, and you know, we like the east side of the state, but we're happy to be back on the west.
We're with Teatrick Thomas of the Gotta Get It Classic Foundation. Of course, you and Mike have started this. You've run this very well. It's for a great cause. So many positives. What stands out for you? What are you most proud of about the Gotta Get It Classic and the foundation that's really lived on, and what you guys want to have this remembered as?
Yeah, absolutely. This event, the funds from this event go to support youth programs across the state of Michigan. Now, we We've been doing a lot of work in the Genesee County for the past few years, and now we've expanded into Kalamazoo County and now Kent County. But I think the thing that means the most is that we have so many of young people who played for myself or Mike, and they are now like staff members or they're coaches, and their teams are now GottaGetIt teams. And so to see, the legacy continue on, but then also to just see all these people out here to support and enjoy good basketball, but knowing that everything from this event will go to support athletic and education and mental health initiatives across the state it makes it even better.
And there's a lot of need and demand in all those areas.
Yeah.
And this foundation's right at the heart of all of it. It's also fun, of course, to support good basketball, good teams, good people.
Sure.
You've been a part of this planning. It's got to be fun, but it's also a lot of work. Just talk about the process of getting this big event.
Yeah.
6 games, 12 teams. It's a lot.
6 games, 12 teams, and then today we also had 4 games JV at the freshman campus, and 4 freshman teams play at our 8th grade middle school.
Yes.
So, but yeah, a lot does go into this. Honestly, we have to take our hats off to Mike because he does so much of the planning, and he starts so early. I know a lot of people think that this probably starts basketball season, but he really gets the ball rolling in the summer, just making those connections, getting the lineup. Kenwood Public Schools has provided so much support, so many volunteers from the community that help make this happen. Our board of directors does a lot to make this happen, as well as, our staff that support. So it is, it can be a lot to put on, but it's the event that, this is how we kick off our year, know, and so this event means a lot to us and a lot to our board and our staff. And so just to have, this community come in and volunteer and, support us has meant a lot.
Yeah, it must. And what started on the east side of the state is carried to the west side really seamlessly.
Well, thank you.
So I must say it's a pleasure to be a part of, and we thank you for spending time with us.
And thank you guys for coming. You guys make this just that much better.
We appreciate it. This is Tetrick Thomas, the co-chair of the GottaGetIt Foundation. Tetrick, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Best of luck tonight, the rest of the way, and we look forward to catching up with you down the line.
You as well. Thank you.
All right, that's Tetrick Thomas. Right now at the break, Warren de La Salle in the lead. No, they're not. They're tied at 28. 28 all. Grand Rapids Christian knotted up with de La Salle.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
We're back at East Kenwood High School. Fun game brewing. Tie 1 at the half between Grand Rapids Christian and the defending state champs, the Pilots of Warren de La Salle. Evan, Chad, rest of our crew back with you. Chad, we're watching the first half highlights. What'd you think of that first half?
I thought de La Salle jumped out and had a little bit of a better start, but the second quarter belonged to Grand Rapids Christian. They would come back, have a 5-point advantage. The defense was a bit suffocating both times, but open 3 looks. Phoenix Glassner, the big difference. 11 points in the first half to lead all scorers. And look, Grand Rapids Christian's size was an issue, but Mike Sulaka up for the challenge. Gets a good look here and a finish. Sulaka showing off all the tools. He was the second leading scorer, 9 points in this first half. The big dunk. How about it? That was fun to watch. We got to see that again at some point. Jalen Owinga with the slam, 7 points in the first half.
We've seen a lot of east side of Michigan against west side of Michigan so far today, Chad. Our best game of the day was Benton Harbor against Beecher on that buzzer beater that everyone in here is going to remember.
Oh, we got a little bit of a fight.
Boy.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Let's take a break and come on back with the start of the second half after this.
Prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself, shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
There are alley-oops, and then there are alley-oops. When Jackie Moon invented the alley-oop, that's what he had in mind. How about a one-handed hammer from Jalen Owinga?
Man, did he get up and extend? What an exciting athlete. Fun to watch. And I'll tell you what, there is a electricity in the air. Everybody's excited. Everybody's fired up. It's a tight game. East side versus west side. What a great event. The GottaGetIt Classic. 2 minutes on the clock before we start, Evan, but I tell you what, this has been the kind of game that you build a whole event around.
Yep.
You expect this to happen. The two powerhouses from each side, both state title contenders.
De La Salle, of course, won it last year in Division I. Grand Rapids Christian, to be blunt about it, the problem they've run into the last couple of years in Division II, they're trying to get past Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Well, good news for Grand Rapids Christian this year. They've already beaten Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and while that's always a great program, they're going to be a great program for years to come. They did lose a ton of talent, and Grand Rapids Christian potentially has a more clear path to the Breslin Center in March. We'll see.
No, I think you're right, and I think that Grand Rapids Catholic Central is a little down, and maybe just enough down, for Eric Taylor and company to come back and win. But it's hard because they lock up, I believe, in districts. Maybe regionals. So, much like we see in the Central Division with the Division I teams, they're all locking up before the quarterfinals. We want to thank Arai. And did we get those tacos? I'll tell you what, I'm excited for Arai. And some of the best tacos you'll have, and we'll have them in the postgame. We thank them for their steak, their chicken, and the Jamaican tacos. And I'll tell you what, we're ready for the second half. Evan Stockton, this is an exciting one. You have to wonder if the Catholic League expanded to the west side with Christian schools, and you added Grand Rapids Catholic Central like they've done. They've added teams from Toledo.
Yep.
How strong could this league be if they even extended it across the state?
That's a conversation that's fun, but also for another time.
I agree.
Let's focus on this one. Owinga missed the little bunny. It is out of bounds off De La Salle down low. But if Owinga made that shot, believe it or not, that would have been Grand Rapids Christian's first lead of the night.
It would have. They're coming back, and once faced a 9-point hole. So they're confident.
Into the corner, and Willis. Other corner, Hooser. Blocked, got it back. Stays on this end, 12 to shoot.
Athletic play by Sulaka to step out and swat it with that left hand. And this is a nice job to avoid the foul. It's hard for a big man.
Owinga, not close. Here comes Nino Smith. Trying to shake free of Hooser, couldn't do it. Phoenix, Glassner is a smooth operator.
Man, is he ever. Just scoots to that free throw line and floats it in ever so slick.
13 for him. Back into the corner, Willis Rejected by Sulaka.
Back-to-back swats. Mikey averages 2.5 a game and says, not here, not now.
Thames almost hit it from the parking lot. Long rebound. Owinga ties the game.
Owinga got it back, open and shows off his short corner abilities.
Smith for Holder. Janacek. Glasner again.
Boy, you got to get a handout on him. Phoenix Glasner's feeling it. Somebody better watch it. He starts to feel nice like this. He could go off for a big one.
Grand Rapids Christian hoping for an answer. Thames got stripped. Up the floor come the Pilots. Phoenix Glasner. Oh, come on now!
Watch out. Glasner getting off. Feeling comfy at home. Drills another one. 4 of 6 from downtown, Evan.
That was from a different area code. That was back in the 313. He is hitting shots from all over the place. Inside, outside, and, well, from darn near the parking lot.
5-8-6.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's a lot of basketball talent in this state. All across it, good ball players. Phoenix Glasner is a sophomore that you cannot forget about. 19 points. He is hitting shots from all over the place right now, Chad Bush. And De La Salle is starting to expand their lead again here.
This was the top-rated 8th grader in Macomb County a couple years ago and highly sought after. And De La Salle's got a good one.
Owinga is a pretty good one himself.
I mean, he stepped out, he's hit a mid-range, he's hit a long distance, he's thrown down a jam. I haven't seen a lot of post moves from him, but this looks like a 3-level score to me, Evan.
Had an alley-oop earlier, and then that smooth-looking triple. And Smith was not on the same page with Sulaka.
Been a pretty clean game for De La Salle. That's just their 3rd turnover, and we're in the 3rd quarter. Those are silly numbers at the high school level.
Hooser and Thames playing pitch and catch. Touch passing to Owinga. Around the rim they go.
Pretty.
Thames inside and finishing with the left.
Best possession of the game for Grand Rapids Christian right there. That's fun to watch.
Give him credit every time De La Salle tries to get a little airspace. Grand Rapids Christian just sucks it right up.
They're not going anywhere.
Glasner for Janacek.
They're starting to double team him, Evan. You think it's time?
With the way he's shooting it, probably a decent idea. Smith. No. Long rebound, Johnson. And he got fouled by Janacek.
It's a good thing. It was a 3-on-1 developing with a couple high-flying athletes to his right.
All right, so Nate Johnson will inbound the ball for Grand Rapids Christian. We didn't see him a lot in the first half, Chad, because he had 3 fouls to his name.
Yeah, and he's an important piece to their puzzle.
Right now he's setting a screen for Thames. Whipped it back to him, and Grand Rapids Christian has its first lead of the night.
That's Thames. Look at that bounce pass. It's a good catch and a good finish, but that's all Thames.
What is the response for De La Salle? Glasner navigating the traffic. And a check looking for an outlet. Smith's got it with 8. Sulaka with 5. Michael Sulaka. Rebound down low. Grand Rapids Christian.
They're playing some defense. This Christian right now.
They were down 11-2 at one point. This game has totally turned on its head. Thames going to work. All the way, it wouldn't roll in though. De La Salle on the push. Smith. Glasner. Little bit short. Sulaka, the board. Reset for De La Salle.
Sorry, that's where you want to see him just put it right back up. He's 3 feet away.
Sulaka, baseline 2, De La Salle lead, and a timeout.
He says, shut up, Chad. I just wanted to step out and show off my reverse. What a play.
That's a fun basketball game to watch. You got guys making high-level plays all over the place, huh?
Yeah, I mean, goes baseline, reverse, athletic move, confident move. De La Salle by 1 and a banger on the west side.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Last year, the Catholic League Central Division, far and away the best conference for high school hoops in Michigan. De La Salle won the state title, and they were not near the top of the rankings when the season ended. And it's a similar story this year, Chad. Catholic Central, who's 0-3, they lost to this De La Salle team by 3 points earlier this week. Every single night in that league, it is just a meat grinder.
Any of those teams could win a title. I mean, Catholic Central 0-3, but they'd win most leagues in Metro Detroit. And they're the last place team in this division of this league.
Leading the ball for Grand Rapids Christian. Nate Johnson is starting to heat up.
Nate Johnson didn't even cool off. He sat on the bench for 2 quarters, comes out and sticks a 21-footer. This is a special player, maybe their 3rd best scorer.
Thames is all over Smith. All right, back to Nino Smith.
Well, they need to be all over Glasner, too, because he's the guy that can get De La Salle back quickly.
Sulaka, no. Thames, rebound. Grand Rapids Christian running. Owinga met at the rim. Johnson the follow.
I'll tell you what, Akichi went up and made that play. That's an impressive block on a really good player. We're going to get another look. How about the block? This is impressive. The stick-to-itness is impressive too, but watch this. At the rim with a guy that can really high-rise and finish. But Nate Johnson, as you mentioned, has been great coming off that bench. Staying out of foul trouble too.
Right. All right, so there's a delay here. I wonder, on the scoreboard, they've kept it 42-38. I think they were looking at Owinga as he held on the rim. Should that have been a foul?
Yeah, there's a couple things, I think. Settled down now.
Glasner moving right. Hooser is all over him.
Yeah, they've really turned up the pressure. He's quieted down. It's not a coincidence.
Portis wouldn't pull the trigger. Had a couple of chances to do it. Glasner, fall away. No. Rebound. Johnson, who is all over the place right now.
Great defense. Uh-oh.
Thames. Rebound. Foul. Good job by Cavanis to get the rebound. He's going to the line.
Yeah, Cavanis, the right man at the right time, in position for the Eagles to get the rebound. This is a nice glue player, and he's an opportunistic player in the right spot. Gets rewarded.
I got Nemeka Akechi. That is his second foul. I mean, how can you not be impressed with the way that Grand Rapids Christian, after falling behind by darn near double digits to De La Salle early in the game, has just flipped this thing on its head against the defending state champions?
It's been impressive. Eric Taylor's a really good coach, and he's been around the block. 5th season with Christian. Was an assistant 4 seasons prior to that. Look, they're 7-2 and 3-1 in this conference. I mean, this is a formidable program.
Holder in the corner. Rebound Johnson.
That's on the pass. Pass was low. Shot slot was poor due to the pass.
Owinga fouled by Holder. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, Braden got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, but it was worth a shot. Christian really starting to feel it here. Might have saved his big boy from picking up his 3rd.
One more coming for Owinga.
And maybe they knew something about the scouting report and Owinga's free throw shooting that we didn't know.
12.7 boards for 32 in blue and white. There are multiple shades of blue on that Grand Rapids Christian jersey. It got a little royal blue, got a little navy blue. It's a sharp look.
It is. I like that too.
When your main colors are blue and white, it's hard to make it look bad. This one looks good.
Coming, says the guy that goes to Detroit Catholic, or went to Detroit Catholic Central.
Yes. Valiant blue and peerless white, Chad.
Hey, congratulations on the new head coach.
Thank you. Justin Sasante's going to do an outstanding job.
I think he's a great addition to the league.
Sulaka spinning and kicking. Nino Smith, no. What a rebound for Portis. What an effort for Portis. Off to the free throw line.
He's been quiet tonight. This is a loud play. Amani Portis grew about 3 inches over the summer, and this is something that has given him confidence. This is a great attack by a guy off the bench tonight. Big time effort, rebound, and then gets fouled going up.
Frankly, Chad, right now De La Salle needs somebody to step up. Glassner with the 19 points, Sulaka with 11. But other than that, not much. Nino Smith with only 1 point in this game. If they're going to come back and win, you hate to be so bluntly obvious about it, but they need somebody to step up here.
Yeah, because look, Glassner, they've quieted him down. He's gone on a little bit of a cold streak. He's a streaky shooter. But they forced there to be a 3rd guy for De La Salle, and right now that 3rd guy's not answering. You stop Glassner, you stop Sulaka. They need a 3rd guy to step up. He's there. We just haven't seen him step up yet in this quarter.
Here comes that pressure from De La Salle, and Grand Rapids Christian electing to call a timeout with 28 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And John Jokai says it's all about the timing of the blitz. It's not let's blitz, blitz, blitz all the time, and we have to be a blitzing team and we have to be a pressing team. He says it's all about the timing. Catch them when they're not expecting it, and that's kind of how he is. And he came out aggressive. He came out with that press, and it really, I think they lost some aggressiveness when they went away from that press, and you kind of see it. And I believe that De La Salle's transition offense off of steals is one of their best offenses. But nonetheless, it's been a fun game back and forth, and I'm impressed that Christian's been able to come back from a 9-point hole against this great De La Salle team. We're in store for a great 4th.
In case you're wondering, they're playing Crank That by Soulja Boy. That's why they were dancing.
Oh, yeah, Soulja Boy.
Chad, do you want to know how old I was when this song came out?
I'm going to guess you were 2. 10?
Yeah, I was like 10. This song came out in 2005, 2006.
I don't know. I think if
How young do you think I am?
I know you're young, you're mature, but you're young, and I don't know. I forget your era.
That was my era.
I know you played in the state title football game at Ford Field.
2.
Or 2.
And we lost them both. Thank you for the reminder.
Hey, at least you got that.
Right. Oh, it's a steal for Portis. Armani Portis for 2.
Portis with a pick, 2. Christian still on top by 3.
Grand Rapids Christian got to go. They hoist it up. Willis, no. And off to the fourth quarter we go. De La Salle led by 2 at the half. Grand Rapids Christian leads by 3, end of the fourth. Chet, I think we're going to have a fun little fourth quarter coming up here, don't you think?
Christian trying to claim the West and get the West back on the left side of the ledger. East side trying to get it done. The 5-8-6 trying to come back from behind.
Every year, Pinos donates $4,000 worth of scholarships to EK athletes
and fine arts students to continue furthering our successes on and off the field
and on and off the stage. We wanted to take this moment to thank Pepinos for their continued support
of East Kentwood High School athletics and fine arts programs like theaters, band, and more. Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Start of action, fourth quarter. Portis, 3 is good. What a start to the fourth quarter. We're tied again.
Stay hot, kid. My goodness, Evan. Monty Portis, the depth of De La Salle this year.
Story of this game, Nino Smith, one of the best players in the state, only has 1 point for De La Salle. Phoenix Glasner's been great. Sulaka's been really good again. But De La Salle needs a third score tonight. Portis has showed up here the last couple of minutes.
He really has. This is a guy that, you know, they only expect a handful of points from, but when they need him, they need him. And he's a nice option and a guy that's been a rotational starter at times, or at least thought of.
Grand Rapids Christian wants the lead back. GottaGetIt, no. Port gives him the lead back.
Yeah, the big left tackle at center. I mean, good luck getting around him for a rebound. I mean, this is a guy that just a space clogger. He's athletic, though, now.
De La Salle can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Sulaka fouled by Port.
They got fouls to give at that position. They've got another 2, 6'6", 6'7" on the bench. I mean, that's one thing that Christian has is size and fouls to give. But Sulaka, a matchup problem for Port, and John Jokai exposing it.
One more coming for Sulaka. That lefty stroke sure is sweet, huh?
It is, and he's so good from outside with it, too. There you see John Jokai, former head coach at Wall Lake Northern, state champion from a year ago. His son Andrew is watching back home. Hello to Andrew. Andrew's birthday coming up.
Oh, Winga! Again!
Owinga, 11 points a game at 6'7". This is a Division I high major borderline prospect. He's a good one.
Phoenix Glasner, who I'm going to guess is going D1 himself. Sitting on 19.
No doubt a prospect.
Glasner intercepted on the pass by Hooser.
That Gino Bealey pass is troublesome and dangerous.
Thames. Nice catch by Owinga. Thames splits a double. Owinga. Rebound Sulaka.
I like the unselfishness from Hooser. He's hit a couple threes. He could have taken that. He gave it up for the big guy.
Smith wants the offense to move. Smith tips and fouled. They're going to get Hooser.
Yeah, Smith had it. He had the big man. He had the matchup he wanted. Start, stopped. It didn't finish. Didn't finish. Just stopped and floated. I'd love to see him just go. Keep going. I guess he got a strip from behind. That's why.
Sulaka with the ball. Moving on Port again. That is a matchup nightmare right now.
That's a big time move. That's not something we've seen from Sulaka in his bag of tricks. This is a sweet spin cycle move and finish against another beefy big. Like, this is real competition here.
Well, if Michael Sulaka's ready to bang bodies in the MAC at this time next year, you're going to be facing dudes like Tyler Port, and he has proven something tonight.
Yeah, Port's 6'6", 240, and he's athletic, dancing bear. Sulaka's giving him a challenge tonight.
Missed the free throw, though, so it's still a tie ball game. Good passing. Good Ike. Yes! And one.
I mean, that's poetry. That's Walt Whitman at his finest. Beautiful dish. Love to watch this team share the basketball. Carter, good dike. Strong finish, but the passing's just special. So is the patience.
If you can find me a better played, more well-executed high school game in the state of Michigan tonight, I want to find it. This is a lot of fun to watch right now.
It's been pretty clean, really has. Really has. 4 turnovers only for De La Salle, 7 turnovers for Christian. That's pretty good.
Smith inside. Tough shot, no. That's been the story of his day.
Yeah, no field goals yet.
Owinga. Good Ike again.
That's what good players do. They attract the attention and then give off to their teammate for the better good of the team.
De La Salle needs a response. Glasner gets downhill and finishes.
That was smooth. He's so fast.
Timeout on the floor. 21 for Phoenix Glasner. Let's take it with them. And let's all take a breath. We got a good ball game on our hands. Crowd here at East Kenwood High School is having fun. Hope you're having fun wherever you're watching this game. This is high-level basketball in the state of Michigan. Grand Rapids Christian, Warren De La Salle, a couple of teams that expect to be at the Breslin Center in March, are battling right now, Chad. This is a ton of fun.
Glasner with 21, Sulaka with 15, Owinga with 15, Thames with 11. It's been a fun one. Stars have shone brightly tonight.
Thames Johnson on the catch. 10 on the shot clock, and a foul on Smith. That's his third.
Yeah, and with 9 on the timer, that hurts even worse. You get it inside 10 seconds, you really don't want to foul, especially in a 35-second shot clock.
And by the way, the shot clock resets to 35 now. It's not the collegiate rules where it resets to 20.
That's right.
Owinga on the catch. And we have another whistle.
It's going to be the second on Glassner. Not in foul trouble, but that is the 17th foul, and 1-1 now, the rest away.
Off to the line goes Jalen Owinga. Missed the front end.
Missed a few, Evan.
Portis was thinking about it. Janacek on the go. Portis with 9 points. Playing pitch and catch with Smith. Portis, tough take, and a foul. He's going to the line.
I think they're going to get Carter Gooddyke, but the attack by De La Salle I like. I like the plan. This is a guy you can drive with and get to the hole. I was a bit surprised he went over 2 bigs like that. At 6'1", you're going against 6'5" and 6'8", but hey, he did it. He got fouled, and now he gets a chance to quench twice.
10 points for the sophomore Armani Portis. He is doubling up his season average tonight. He averages 5 points per game this season. And the head coach for Grand Rapids Christian, Eric Taylor, who has done a great job rallying his boys back tonight. Guy who's been the head coach at Grand Rapids Christian for 5 years. Now he's trying to find a winning recipe down the stretch.
Good coach. Guy that's coached at the community college level as well at GRCC. You mentioned Amani Portis, just 2 points in the first half. He's had a big second half for De La Salle.
Thames on Janacek. Bounce pass picked off. De La Salle up the floor. Janacek, no! The Red Sea parted, but he couldn't make the layup.
Good steal by Holder. Janacek, the future Sparty for football, couldn't finish.
What more could you want on a Saturday night? Tie ball game, 3 minutes to go.
A dance party at the Bob, if you're asking, later tonight.
I think that's an open invitation for all of us now.
I think so.
Quick trigger, Hooser. A rebound and a reset with Cavanis. Thames, 4-2.
Oh, that's a killer. Thames just attacking the 10. Senior leadership at its finest, so smooth and confident. What a game.
Phoenix Glassner, 21 points already. The super sophomore looking for room. Portis, 3. Rebound Thames.
You can feel the Eagles just gaining confidence.
Thames got by Janacek, and he got blocked by Sulaka. Owinga fouled.
Mikey got him once, but the second time he got busted. And I think the first was clean. That's just his second foul. But De La Salle inching towards the double bonus now. Here you see the rip and drive. Thames tried it again. This time Sulaka says, but you can only clean up so much as the solo big man on that backside.
Owinga just made the first. To state the absolute obvious, this is a very important second free throw. You make it, it's a 2-possession game.
4 of 6 from the stripe is Owinga.
Stays a 1-possession game. Coming up on 2 minutes to go.
Smell overtime?
Well, you put it out there.
I did.
So I'm smelling it now. Sulaka had the pass go in between his hands. How does Grand Rapids Christian attack this possession?
I think methodically, and I think they drain a little bit of clock and get the best shot. They're very good at disciplined basketball and passing.
Remember, we are using a 35-second shot clock this weekend.
And this is where you love it, Evan. This is where you love 35-second shot clocks.
Johnson, tough shot. How did it go in?
Great question. How did he get over Sulaka to the top of the glass and float it in?
De La Salle behind the 8 ball now. Sulaka, no. Holder, rebound, and fouled.
Holder sticking his nose in there and draws the foul. 5'10", 150 pounds. And he's gotten in there a little bit in the paint. He's not afraid. And he preserves a possession here. Look, if De La Salle gets empty on this trip, it's a long road back. I know there's a minute 12, but they need these points.
Big free throws for the sophomore Braden Holder. First year on the varsity, first year as a starter. No pressure, my friend. Wow, ice water on those.
You know how many games of pig he had with Linden in the backyard for a lot more at stake?
Right. All right, coming up on a minute to go. Thames has got to get over half court, and Eric Taylor called a timeout. Dono Thames, God bless him, kept dribbling between his legs, and he never got over half court.
Yeah, he was sniffing the 10-second call. And with a minute 3 left, it allows Christian to reset now that 10 seconds. So, look, this is a chance now for Christian to get a possession and get points. It's a one-possession game, a full one-possession game. De La Salle defensively, I wonder if they start taking some chances. If you go the full 27 seconds here, it takes the clock all the way down to a half a minute, which basically gives you 1 or 2 more possessions freely. A lot is dependent upon this trip. I would be surprised to see a little bit of blitzing. We talked about the timeliness of the blitz being more important than being a blitzing team. I think now is the time to do it if you're John Jokai and De La Salle, and maybe throw something at Christian here.
John Jokai, as Chad Bush has been telling you all night, this guy's an outstanding basketball coach. Came to De La Salle after stints at Walled Lake Northern and Livonia Franklin. When he was a student at Central Michigan, worked on the basketball staff for the Chips.
Under Jay Smith.
Yep.
Yeah. He's learned a lot. He's learned under Papa No-Go, as he calls him. Tom Negocian went to North Farmington High School. Very good soccer player as well for the Raiders.
1:03 to go, 27 seconds on the shot clock. De La Salle led by 2 at halftime and by as many as 9 in this game. Glasner checking Hooser. Cavanis threw it off of Hooser, out of bounds.
It's that pressure. I mean, it's a little bit of pressure, but it's a different look. It's enough to throw you off. Jokai's very good at this and forces you into bad decisions. This was a rush and kind of more of an unforced turnover, to be fair.
What does De La Salle have here? Holder for Sulaka. Short. Cavanis rebound. It's off of bodies to Thames. There's a 2-second difference. Shot and game clock. Sulaka fouls Thames.
And you got the shot you wanted if you're De La Salle. You got Sulaka in the short corner for a 10-footer that he hits 8 out of 10 times. He just missed the shot. Good job by Christian to secure the rebound, albeit off a foot and a kick save. And then Thames to handle the rock and get fouled. This is their game. A lot of time left. A lot of time left, but I mean, Christian's come back. It's been an impressive come from behind game if they are to come back and win this.
Thames to the free throw line, and 2 of the bigger free throws he's taken this season.
And remember, Grand Rapids Christian played last night. De La Salle did not. They got a win over Lowell, conference opponent, in the OK White. De La Salle's been in tight games. They beat Brother Rice by 4 earlier this year. They got life left here, Evan.
Down by 4, half a minute to go. Glassner with urgency. Got blocked by Uwinga. Grand Rapids Christian up ahead. Thames for 2.
That'll turn the lights out. Glassner had it blocked. He's had a great night. But the 3 by Smith says, stay here, not yet. Cuts the lead right in half, partner.
What a time for his first field goal of the game. Nino Smith has just been in the midst of a frustrating night, but he hits a 3 with 7 seconds left, and as you say, this thing's not over.
No, it's not. Phoenix kind of rushed it here, jump shot over a 6'9" guy, and if he could, he'd take that one back. But the quick answer back the other way, Nino Smith, better late than never, keeps De La Salle's thoughts and hopes around with 7 seconds left.
You may have noticed, by the way, number 0 in black, Nino Smith, is wearing the Kobe Grinches. I won't tell you how much those shoes cost, but you're allowed to go look them up once the game ends. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money. Look, the tuition at both these schools is a lot of money. Those shoes are a drop in the bucket for what these kids are paying for tuition. But hey, look at you. Look at your kit game. There's no shame in that.
Got some Carolina Jordan 1s rocking today.
Yeah, how about it? We got these two teams looking ready to do battle afterwards. East Kentwood and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Evan, coming up after this. That'll be a fun one.
Yes, it will. 3 straight games featuring Catholic League teams to close out the day. Brother Rice just beat Kalamazoo Central. A De La Salle team that has already beaten Brother Rice this season. A Brother Rice team that many consider the best team in the state of Michigan, regardless of division. Right now, they need pixie dust. They are down by 3 to Grand Rapids Christian with 7 seconds left. John Jokai's pressure is going to have to turn up something here.
Yep, they've been in close games. The Catholic Central game was a 3-point win, 2-point loss to UAD before that.
Inbound Hoosier, and they got a foul.
Yeah, and that wasn't just a foul. I mean, that was a bang. Sometimes you got to make him feel you. And Hoosier's fouled. And he's going to have to go to the strike, where Christian is 82%. Excuse me, 70% tonight.
Free throw shooting contest now for Grand Rapids Christian. Keep making your free throws, and this puppy's over. There's still time, Chad, but if Grand Rapids Christian ends up winning this ball game, again, they were down by 9 points in the first half.
Yeah.
Defending state champions, taking you on. This is the type of win that makes the state of Michigan take these guys really seriously.
Yeah, it's a statement win, and it's a win between 2 prize programs that are going to have something to say about a state title in their division.
Nino Smith in and out, it's over. Grand Rapids Christian in one heck of a basketball game on a Saturday night at East Kenwood High School gets a big-time statement win. You got to pay attention to these guys.
We've got our G of the game coming up, Evan, but this was a dandy and a 5-point win, well fought, cut from behind, and we'll see what both these teams have in store coming up, but this is a well-represented game by the state of the Michigan's 2 finest.
What's up, guys? It's Don Irie. Another weekend. This weekend we got Irie Tacos. Man, this is one of the best tacos in the city. These do sell out. Gotta come get them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let me take a bite for you guys. So good. We got steak and we got chicken. Pull up.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
All right, we're back at East Kenwood High School. Jalen Uwinga, our player of the game, our G of the game, is standing by. Guy who just had a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Big number 32 in white and blue, giving us a little time here. Jalen, 1, thanks for joining us. 2,
thanks for having me.
I got to ask, man, you guys were down by 9 points in the first half against the team that won the state championship last year. How did the game change? How did you end up winning?
We just trusted each other. Like, we got a few games, we got a few losses, we wasn't trusting each other. In this game, we just came out trusting each other, playing as a team, and got the win.
We just saw the highlight of you catching a ball one-handed and throwing it down on an alley-oop. For all of us human beings who can't do that, what does that feel like?
It was a great feeling. My boy Nate was looking out for me and got me in the air, so that felt good.
I mean, you guys this year have already beaten Grand Rapids Catholic Central, a team you've had trouble with in the playoffs. You beat the team that won the Division I state championship, De La Salle, tonight. What should the state know about Grand Rapids Christian and hoops this year?
We coming. That's it. We coming.
That's it. I guess these guys are coming. There you go. Jalen, heck of a game, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great basketball game, and our second to last of the night. Our last of the night is coming. Orchard Lake St. Mary's against the hometown East Kenwood squad that is looking to make some news of their own. But for now, we say good luck for this one. For Chad and our entire crew, Evan saying thanks for watching. Congratulations to Grand Rapids Christian on the win, and come on back for our last game of the night.